Welcome back, my friends. I'm with my very favorite guest, Jeremy. Jeremy, will you tell everybody who you are and what you do and where we can find you?
Yes, indeed. My name is Jeremy Van Wert. You can go to jeremyvanwert.com. I'm a licensed therapist. I'm a high-level coach. I do all sorts of stuff, including psychedelic integration. And you can go and check out all the stuff that I've got there.
Awesome. And Mindful Mutiny is also where they can find all of your videos and TikTok and Instagram and all of the fun that you're having as well, right?
I've got a lot of stuff out there. Yeah, the Mindful Mutiny podcast and all sorts of cool stuff and really cool stuff on the way.
Awesome. Oh, I'm excited. Okay. Well, we talked a little bit about what we were going to do tonight and an exercise, which I'm really looking forward to. I love being the one that gets to participate in such fun with you on a regular basis. So, walk us through what we're going to do tonight.
So the reason I thought of this is that I don't know a time in our history, in our lifetime, where people have been more upset and just generally distressed. We are, many of us are locked into jobs that are not fulfilling for us. The economy is really difficult. There's all of these things that are happening in our world that make us just feel sad. People are losing friends, people are losing family members to differing ideas about things. And it's leading to an overwhelming amount of stress because we're all so hyper focused on what's wrong. And so I wanted
Mm,
to teach some skills this evening and do a guided meditation to help people be able to access a sense of their own relaxation and sense of self.
okay. And where should one go? Like, where if you're driving home and this you pick this up, maybe you want to wait until you're not on the road and you want to be in a comfortable space, or where would one be to have optimal results?
Yeah, great question. Not a driving exercise. This is definitely a sitting in a comfortable chair in a place where you're not going to get interrupted exercise in a space where you've got a few minutes to just simply be with yourself. And that's where I'd recommend being.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to start with is number one, just a little bit of philosophy here. Now, we call it mindfulness, we call it meditation. It can be called a number of different things, but here is the point. We live in a world where we're constantly thinking. We live in a
Hmm.
world where we're scrolling or we're looking at emails or we're looking at texts or we're thinking of the next thing that needs to get done. And the thing is, it never stops. It
Hmm.
just never stops. It's this constant what I need to do next factory in life. And you travel to a different place, you go to Zanzibar or something like that, and you find that people are much more living in the moment and they're much more into their food and their community. We live in a civilization that is constantly moving and right now is constantly annoyed by something. And so what we're trying to do, there's an old adage, it's called be here now.
Hmm.
And this is really at the core of what mindfulness meditation is. It's about simply being in the place where you are and not thinking about the next thing that you have to do, not over thinking about maybe something that you said that you're embarrassed about or some old thing that you're focused on. It's about being right now in the moment and knowing that everything is okay. So, what we're going to do is first off, I'm going to sit back in your chair and you're going to straighten your spine out. Take a deep breath and let it out. And take another deep breath and let it out. Now notice with your eyes closed, notice that in the room or wherever you are, there's noises. And these noises can be distracting. And just recognize your tendency to think about those noises. Maybe it's a car that's going past. Maybe there's a siren in the distance. Maybe the UPS guy is delivering something at the front door and your dog is barking. Just let go and just simply be in this moment without any need to take care of any of it. And just notice, what's your reaction when you hear a sound? Is it to do something about it? Is it to think about it? Just let go and take another wonderful deep breath. Let it out. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to focus in on your knees and think about your knees and recognize, oh my gosh, I never think of my knees. They just, they're my knees. I walk with them, but boy, if I didn't have them, they're pretty important things. Focus in on your knees and everything below your calves, your ankles, and recognize that there are all these bones in your feet that you never think about. And keep breathing. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and recognize that there's something on the bottom of your feet, and it's the pressure that your feet have between your feet being on the floor and the floor itself. And focus in on what that feels like, the little pressure that your feet have on the floor. And recognize, my goodness, I never think of that. Now come up your body, and there's something called a root chakra, and that is located right between your legs. Right between your legs, and it's you're going to imagine a red light there. And breathe into that red light and realize these words: I am, I exist, I'm okay, I exist. And imagine that red light going deep, deep, deep down into the earth, connecting with the core of the earth. The earth is feminine energy. The earth is abundance. The earth is growth and life, and the giving of life, the creation of life. Created all of us. And feel that red light going right from between your legs, going all the way down into the core of the earth, and feel your connection to that. I am. I deserve to be. I exist. I'm okay. And what that light is doing is it's pulling energy up from the earth that is infinite and lovely and life giving. And recognize in your body the areas where you're holding stress and just relax them. Realize, oh my gosh, this whole time that he's been talking, I've had my shoulders tensed. Relax them. Maybe it's your jaws. Maybe it's your eyelids. Just relax them and feel that red light helping you relax all of the areas of your body that are tight. You're okay. You are. Now focus in on all of the bones in your body and realize, boy, you never think of those. You've got a rib cage, got a clavicle, you've got little bones you don't even know the names of. And all of it helps you move without pain. They're like tent poles for your body. And think about all of them. And feel those connected to the loving energy of Mother Earth. And if you have thoughts that are coming in from other places. Let those go. If there's things that are stressful from work or home, release them right now. This is not the time or place for that. Just be here. And you're going to imagine yourself lightly falling backwards, just lightly falling backwards, down and down and down. And imagine yourself sitting in the middle of an absolutely beautiful meadow and look at every single detail. What kind of trees? What kind of water? What kind of flowers? What kind of sky? This is a deep, enriching place where nothing can harm you. This is your place. And let this place heal you while you are connected to the earth. And live in this wonderful place of no worries. Healing, beauty, life, love, lightness, energy, infinity, pure source. All these things pulsing through your body. You feel your body is made up of light. And look around at everything that's around you. And this is a place you can come back to anytime. And what you're going to do is you're going to feel yourself starting to float back up and up and up and up. Feel yourself in your body with your roots still connected to the earth. And imagine your root chakra. It's like roots on a tree growing deep down into the earth, right from inside you. And that you're rooted into the earth, and the rest of you reaches for the sky. And the sky is hope. And the sky is leadership. The sky is protection. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And just breathe in this. And you're going to be back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was very relaxing.
Well, good. Now, this is an exercise that's not too terribly difficult. It's something that you can train yourself to do anywhere. And it doesn't have to be as long or as in depth as what I just did. But what this is supposed to do is it is supposed to begin to retrain your brain from being fixated on
Mm,
all of your worries, all of your woes, all of the things that eat your lunch, to the fact that you have probably less to worry about than you think you do.
mhm,
And focusing you in on your body, on just how stressed out maybe your body is, and relaxing those muscles that are in your shoulders, in your face, and taking the stress and the trauma of your day and beginning to eliminate it. And I would recommend doing 4 minutes of this in the morning,
mhm,
4 minutes of it in the afternoon or evening as a practice. Think about anything that you do and how it takes a long time to get good at it. Because what I get from a
mhm,
lot of people is, well, mindfulness really just doesn't work for me. And then I ask, well, how many times have you tried it? And it's under five. It takes time. But boy, when you can get to a space where you can very quickly move yourself into a meditative state, it's a powerful tool for calming yourself down.
mhm,
You've got ADHD, you have chronic stress or OCD. This is a very important set of skills for you to take with you, particularly if you are prone to stress at a level where you have panic attacks.
mm,
This is how you fight that sort of thing, is you get good at this so that when things start to get a little heavier than what is good for you, you have the skills to walk yourself off that cliff and to be more mindful of what your consciousness is doing and to control it.
mhm. No, as soon as you offered this today, I thought I have a girlfriend. She doesn't listen to the podcast, so don't worry. But she had messaged me this morning and said, I'm really freaking out. Here's this problem. I was, freaking out all night. I was hyperventilating, and I'm like, wow, I'm not even sure how to combat this. uh, I think this would be regardless of what's going on, when you're in that heightened state of like, I can't get a grip because it's spinning out of control, this feels like a real good place to get to.
Well, let's talk about freaking out online. Every single day, every single person will find something so distressing that it creates revulsion,
Hmm.
creates anger, it creates rage. And what this is doing is it's dividing people and
Hmm.
it's making our communities a worse place to be. And it is being done intentionally in order to control us as a civilization. This stuff that we're scrolling through is stuff that is specifically engineered to make us emotional.
Hmm.
And the more that we engage in that kind of thing, the more that we're training our brain to respond that way to things.
Hmm.
And more, what I'm finding is the more thoughtful people that I know are just stopping the scroll.
No, that is, I can identify. Like, I am very rarely online. And when I do go online and I see something that is disturbing, I make sure I'm not back online for a good 3 weeks. I want the algorithm to know, like, you've lost me. You've shown me something that I, I don't appreciate. I want to go back to chickens and what to feed your babies. If I'm going to see anything other than that, unless it's Fat Man Dancing, I love Fat Man Dancing. Outside of this, I don't want to see it. Like, I'm here for happy news only, and cute memes with babies or chickens. Like, I don't want to know about terrible things. So when I do see something terrible online, and it happens on occasion, I just make a point of not going back on for weeks, so that the algorithm knows, like, I'm not interested in seeing any of that. So if it shows up again, you've lost me for 3 weeks till we
I
can go
think
back
that's
to what to feed your chickens and babies, because that's all I want to know about.
well, that's brilliant. And that distressing video is
Hmm.
thrown in there to see Will you watch all the way through it? Will
Mm-hmm.
you like it? Will you comment? Will you engage with it? And it's wanting, and then it goes, here's another one that's kind
Uh-huh.
of like it. And so then it's pushing you further and further into some political silo or
Mm-hmm.
into doom content or rage stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
this stuff is quite literally making people insane.
Oh, I believe it. I can totally see how that would happen. Yeah, I no, I see one video and I'm off. Like there's no comment, there's no like, there's no thumbs down. I'm off.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very strong, very strong. And I guess we also need to think about what our workplaces are doing
Mm-hmm.
for us or with us.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the kind of like one of the ethos of the of Western civilization is good work is the key to good fortune. Okay, we've been raised with this,
Mm-hmm.
but we're more and more recognizing that you can way overperform at
Sure.
work and still be on the chopping block.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really matter how much you put into a place. The place will turn around and do what is right for the place.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it has no loyalty to you. And so many workers absolutely stress themselves to the max and are doing it for a company that would never stick its neck out for you. And so we have our
Mm-hmm.
priorities mix matched because we think that work is meaningful. But then if you've ever lost a job, you
Mm-hmm.
recognize how all of that work you did, it doesn't belong to you.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
belongs to them. And
Mm-hmm.
they walk away with it. And that you put so much of yourself into that for very little payback other than, some dental insurance and a paycheck, which that's great, but it's not a lasting thing. And
Mm-hmm.
so to put yourself back in a space where you are the master of your own universe,
Mm-hmm.
where you have some perspective on where your energy should be going, because it should be going to your family, to your
Mm-hmm.
health, to your healing, to your faith, to your
Mm-hmm.
spirituality, to your dog. And
Uh-huh.
so that you are actually doing things that are deeply meaningful to you in your life instead of giving that life force into things that you are assigning greater value to.
I couldn't agree more. Well, and I've been self-employed for the majority of my adult life, but I can't say it's any different. I was a slave to work for many, many years when my kids were young and growing up that I wasn't present and I wasn't available because I was working 100 plus hours a week. And one of my early brokers had said, "Are you working to live or are you living to work?" Like
Yeah.
there's a difference. And she really put emphasis, and she didn't have children, but she really put the emphasis on like working enough so she could go on vacations. Like that was the whole goal, was just working enough so she could have these experiences and vacations and a very different lifestyle. So I think, yeah, we really have to take the bull by the horn and make sure that we're making those accommodations, because nobody's going to come along and make those for you. And you miss out on time with your family and your dog and your time for your faith or whatever things are really important to you. If you're not lining those up, you're responsible. You can't get that time back.
No, it's absolutely true. And we often lose sight of it. And we're
Mm-hmm.
we're basing a lot of this on an ethos that goes back to the Puritan work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that began America, and it has made for a culture of workaholics. We don't really recognize how common workaholism is,
Mm-hmm.
but if we compare it to other parts of the world, my goodness, we work to an absurd degree. And somebody dreamed up that working 5 days a week and recouping for 2 days is the way to get the most out of your employees. But then what we do is we pack our weekends full of stuff and we're exhausted on Monday. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to pick some space where we can relax, have some peace, be away from things that distress us, that distract us from the other things that distress us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I couldn't agree more. I think this is a great exercise. I mean, certainly somebody could watch this again, but do you have more of these with 4 and 5 minute meditations online as well?
More of these are going to be going up on the Mindfulness
Oh,
channel, and they're going to be I'm going to be doing more of this kind of content. So
Oh, I
absolutely.
love that. I love that. Well, I think everybody can appreciate that. Like every this works for everybody, regardless of what you're doing. And when you were saying it's this habit that's built, I was thinking I've always been a runner, but I've been running twice a day as of late. The weather's improving, and I've got some girls that run with me in the afternoon. And today I just thought this is so much easier because this is like, I don't know, day 35 that we're out in the afternoon running, and we've been running with weight vests. And I had that thought today. I thought, wow, this is, sweatshirts were off, it was nice and warm, the sun was on our shoulders, and I thought this is so much easier than it was yesterday. But it's that habit that's built, and then it all becomes so much easier.
It does. And can I make an observation about you?
Yeah.
When you got on, there was a frazzledness about you. You were trying to pull things together. You got in, we got on the Zoom link where we're talking to each other,
Hmm.
and there was a lot of energy. Now there's a different energy about you because you took the time to do this exercise, and all of a sudden you can think again of one thing instead of 20 things all at once. And it changes the way that you think about the rest of, the next several hours of your life.
Hmm.
It works.
Thank you for noticing. Because yeah, I didn't have I had a great day. It wasn't stressful, but yeah, I come in the door and I'm like, oh, let me get everything set up. It's lights, camera, action to jump on and just having a short period of time to get all that done. So yeah, it could be something as simple as that, where it wasn't that I was having any real problems today or anything. There wasn't anything stressful that happened in my day, but just being in a hurry for 10 minutes, I show up in this hurried, you know, frazzled space rather than a calm one after this exercise. So that's a thank you for noticing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you for having me.
Yeah, always, always. In fact, I don't want to, spoiler alert with all the fun we have coming. I can't even wait. I cannot even wait. So I'm looking forward to all the fun that we're about to have, including all the videos that you're putting out on Mindful Mutiny, just with relaxation techniques. And tell our friends and audience about the ones that have gone viral that you've had out.
So I've had a couple go viral on my TikTok, and I do these videos that are just funny meditation videos. And as I'm doing the meditation, I'm talking. I did one called "Meditation in the Epstein Era," and I'm talking about how you should just relax and everything's okay because hey, the Dow's at 50,000, so what are you worried about? And other meditations like that and observations and so forth. And I had one called Mindfulness for Assholes
Yeah,
go viral.
a personal favorite. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, I want everybody to go check out Mindful Mutiny. I want you to join us back next week when we do this again. And we've got lots of exciting stuff in store that I can't wait to get going with.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, always a joy. Always a joy. Thank you, Jeremy. All right. See you soon.
All right. Take care.